A lot of people suffer from low energy levels. This is something that I have unfortunately suffered from for years and years, ever since I can remember. Even as a child, I always suffered from fatigue and low energy levels throughout the day. When I was in school, I had a really hard time keeping myself awake during classes. I would get that afternoon slump, feel really tired in the afternoon. And the mornings were especially difficult. I'd have a really difficult time waking up in the morning. I'd have to hit snooze 5 or 10 times on my alarm before I was able to get my eyes open. It would take me a while to catch my bearings in the morning. I didn't want anybody to say good morning to me or to talk to me the first hour or so after I woke up. And that's regardless of how much I slept the previous night. So I could have slept 10, 11, 12 hours the night before, and it would have been the same process. Very difficult to wake up. I get myself up out of bed in the morning, and then just feeling very lethargic and fatigued throughout the day. Now, I'm not, certainly not, and haven't been a lazy person, so I've always been very active in school and sports. Extracurricular activities, and then with work and exercising, working out, lifting weights. But it was just something that I had to power through these low energy levels my whole life. And it was just something that I thought, first of all, that I thought was normal and that I thought everybody felt. I just figured that everybody feels tired and fatigued, and this is kind of the default mode. So I didn't really think much about it, even though it was something that I definitely suffered from and certainly did not enjoy experiencing. So fast forward a number of decades, several years ago when I first started carnivore. Well, let me start before that. So when I first started tweaking my diet, making changes to my diet to try and help alleviate various health symptoms and health issues that had arisen. So of course I started feeling better and better. These various health issues became less and less, had less and less of an impact on me, and my functioning and how I was feeling had continued to improve. But I still suffered with the low energy levels. Up until I went carnivore a little over 4 years ago. And it was about 3 months after I started carnivore when my body had finally adjusted to eating only meat and had adjusted to eating high-fat carnivore meals. So at that about 3 month point, which again is about 4 years ago, all of a sudden I started waking up really early in the morning. It could have been 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 4 a.m. And I remember I'd wake up and I'd open my eyes and it was still dark in the room and dark outside. And so I'd look at the clock on my phone and see that it was 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatnot. My first thought was, oh my gosh, like what a bummer that I woke up really early. I could have slept another hour or two. But then my second thought was, wait a minute, feel like I have a ton of energy, like I'm not tired at all. And that's the thing. And it continued to surprise me day after day, morning after morning, waking up early, being frustrated initially at the fact that I woke up before my alarm clock and oftentimes significantly before my alarm clock went off and when I was supposed to wake up and start getting going with the day. That initial frustration, but then the realization that, wait a minute, I feel totally energetic and I feel well rested and I feel good. So, I shouldn't be frustrated or annoying. And so that's how it's been every day for the past 4 years, which has been amazing. And so I wake up, the moment my eyes open up, I have a tremendous amount and I feel a tremendous amount of energy. And that tremendous amount of energy never leaves my body throughout the day. And now this has been the situation regardless of how little I've slept the night before. So, there are some times where I'm out really late or I have something going on, family engagement or whatnot, and I don't get to bed until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't happen too often because I try and prioritize my sleep, but every so often it happens to where I get to bed pretty late and I'll wake up again by myself without an alarm, usually at 5 or 6. And even then, of course, I don't feel as energetic and I feel like I haven't slept enough, but I still have a great deal of energy throughout the day, that lasts me throughout the day. And I certainly feel more energetic and energized than I ever did in the previous, almost 50, a little over 45 years of my life. So yeah, it's a definite, so making that nutritional change, going to high-fat carnivore, certainly had a huge impact in completely eliminating my lifetime fatigue and chronic low energy levels, really in kind of in an instant. And it's been 4 years now that I've experienced tremendous, very high energy levels, and I love it. And that's one of the things that I've been benefiting from and enjoying since starting a high-fat carnivore diet 4 years ago. And that's one of the many reasons why I continue with this very restrictive way of eating 4 years into it. So I hope you found this video beneficial. If you have any questions or comments, you can go ahead and leave them down in the comments section below. If you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you think a friend or a family member can benefit from it, go ahead and share it with them. And hit the subscribe button if you'd like to be notified next time I post a video. Thank you.